I know. I know what you're thinking. But I know what you're thinking. And I know what you're thinking. But I have Christmas stories too. I have summer vacation stories too. I have so much stories. I've waited a long time for YouTube. I swear. Dude, I didn't even think this was going to be existing. It's like I have to run all the way to Los Angeles just to tell the story. No. All right. This story is Virginia. Virginia of 97, Virginia. And I went to go visit I went to go, I don't even remember the airport. Unless it was my dad picked me up, dude. But anyway, I came to Virginia. The flight was really awesome. Um, I was playing REM's "It's the End of the World" on my Walkman. Dude, you guys got like, your cell phones, your tablets. Ugh. I had my Walkman and my mixtape and my music, and I was happy with it. I was truly, truly, truly happy with it. And not to mention, I got to listen to my own stories on the flight. And to hear this guy, when we landed, and in Virginia, I don't know how long of a flight it was, but I was too busy eating my snacks. I had my crackers. I had my juice and yep, that's before 9/11. Seriously, I was content. I was content. I was on vacation, on my Christmas vacation away from just away, and I was having a good time. Christmas vacation. So we landed in Virginia, right? And this guy, no. I'll tell you what I did on the flight, right, to Virginia. I was like looking outside. I put my headphones on, and I turned on the Walkman, and then I was like, as soon as it lifted off, I was here playing "It's the End of the World as We Know It," and I was like, dude. And I loved my mixtapes back then. I loved my mixtapes so much. I mean, I love the fact that we have Amazon now, and that, but still priceless, man. So, 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 so priceless, right? So I come in Virginia, seeing snow on the ground. I mean, I gotta tell you about the snow on the ground, right? So, snow on the ground. So I see my brother walking home, right? I think my dad picked me up from the airport. And, my dad picks me up from the airport, and then I'm at home, and it's in the morning, and, he got to spend Christmas with me. He got to be home instead of, unlike the other times, he had a babysitter watching us. Yeah, that was a summer vacation, but that's for another time. But anyway, I was in Virginia, right? Virginia, and seeing snow on the ground, right? Seeing snow on the ground. I mean, real snow, not like here when like last January and last February. No, real snow, ladies and gentlemen, real snow. And I saw my brother walking home from school. I am on vacation, by the way. I don't have to worry about school. So he had to go to school the couple of days before Christmas. Yep. The couple of days before Christmas. And I'm looking at him like, dude, my brother had to go to school. Dude, I'm on vacation. Dude. Yeah, that's my older brother by 3 years. But, and I saw him in his jacket. He was wearing a jacket, the winter attire, right? And I'm looking out the window, looking at him, and I'm like, dude, is he walking home from school in a snow? Yeah, he's walking home from school or from the bus stop or whatever. Yeah, probably the bus stop. He never told me where his school was, or he showed me, but I was just too busy, whatever. I don't know. I have no clue. We didn't talk about school. We didn't talk about school. He was just seeing his little sister. You know, now that's for another story. But yeah. So, this is the thing here, right? So, when snow happens in Texas and ice and sleet and all that, they close the schools down and it's a snow day, right? Up there in Virginia, the snow is on the ground, you still gotta go to school. Sweet, right? I mean, I love Virginia. I loved Virginia. Virginia was a really nice place, but it's so cold in Virginia. So cold. And we went to Washington, D.C., which is like only like 4 hours from there, and apparently 4 hours. 4 hours, I guess. 4 hours, right? So, yeah, and I got to see the White House, and I got to see the Lincoln Memorial, and I got to see the inside of the White House. And I got to see the outside of the White House. And I got to use the bathroom. I'm just kidding. Dude. You got to use the bathroom. I don't think you can use the bathroom at the White House. But, dude, it's really interesting to see the tour guides walking around. And, you know, I wonder how much they get paid to do that kind of stuff. But Bill Clinton was president at the time. When I was only 17. I told you that. I was 17. Whew. What? Bill Clinton was the president of the United States of America. I remember the inauguration when he was sworn in, and I was watching that, and how Chelsea Clinton was walking down the deal, and she was so nervous and everything. She's my age. She really is. She's my age. Yeah. I like Chelsea for some reason. I don't know, because she's so different, and, you know, you probably don't like her parents, but at the time I actually thought the Clintons were really cool. I'm not going to do a diss video about that kind of stuff, no. I mean, I thought it was really, I thought they were the most interesting people in you know, the most interesting people when I was 17. What do I think of them now? I ain't gonna tell you. Dude. So yeah. Going up to Virginia and seeing my brother walk home from school. And, I'm like, dude, it was so different. It was so different back in 97. So different. And my stepmother, I guess after we went to go see the White House and everything, I asked one of the guys who were staying there, it's like, you know, the sleeping arrangements weren't so well. Sleeping arrangements? Oh, wow. The sleeping arrangements? I didn't even think they had sleeping arrangements. But yeah, they did. They had sleeping arrangements. But seeing Virginia in the winter, and then seeing seeing my nation's capital was the best Christmas present ever. Did I ever go out and play in the snow? No. I didn't even know what kind of temperature that was going to be, and I had no idea what the temperature was going to be. So, yeah. So, back in 97, I loved it. I loved it so much. I loved it so much to have a Christmas